Hi, this is Chip Dizard with webvideochefs.com, and in today's tutorial you're going to hear from myself and you're going to hear from my colleague Colin Sandy of Sandy Audio Visual out of Canada, and he's here in the DC metropolitan area, and we test the Livestream Broadcaster. Right now this is, I think, $495 for this device. Yeah, there it is right now as of this taping, and you really don't need a PC to stream, and it does a very good job going straight to live stream. We compared that with the Teradek Cube. We didn't stream with the Teradek Cube, but we just looked at it side by side. So I hope you enjoy the tutorial. One thing you will notice about the Cube and the Livestream Broadcaster, they're about the same size. Now this live stream is subsidized, so what Livestream does, in my opinion, is that kind of what cell phone companies do. They'll offer you the small price, but then they'll subsidize it through their monthly fees. So that's one thing that Livestream does. It's a very nice box. I highly recommend this if you go directly to Livestream. The Teradek Cube, on the other hand, is about $3,000 and some change or more, and it can go to any streaming device, any streaming portal. I mean, so this not just only Livestream, Ustream, or your own CDN or anything like that. So here it is. Here's our tutorial, and Colin Sandy is going to be coming up right up next, explaining and going through the parts of the Cube versus the Livestream Broadcaster.
Stream Broadcaster. Just hooking it up to an Ethernet connection, trying to get a sense of how this works. This is very similar to Livestream's Cube 155. In fact, it's pretty much the same thing, except it is locked to Livestream. And you know, we're checking it out here, and I'm definitely not getting on camera today because I look like a schlub and forgot I was going to do this today. But here we go. We have an Ethernet signal. We're about to put in the HDMI cable on a camera and see what the streaming looks like. Here's an interesting thing. Plugged it in. As soon as it found an Ethernet signal, it automatically, without asking for any kind of authentication or anything, started upgrading itself, as you can see from this message, which is different. Usually firmware updates ask your permission beforehand, but here we go. So we don't know how long this will take, but just something to watch out for, an automatic update. That's great. I mean, seeing them side by side, you know, looking at the screens, you know, it's quite obvious that they're pretty much the same device, except you can't really see them here because they're lit up or not lit up here, and on here they're painted on. But essentially the icons here are pretty much the same on the Teradek Cube 155 as they are on the Livestream Broadcaster. And an update that came out in late November 2012, or no, sorry, early December 2012, gives the Teradek Cube the same functionality as the Broadcaster. So while you could not, and you can't with older firmware versions and older cubes, unless you upgrade them, have it get onto the new Livestream, you now can have the same functionality between the more expensive Teradek Cube and the, let's call it the subsidized Livestream Broadcaster. Alrighty, it looks like syncing time with livestream.com. It looks like the Livestream Broadcaster is just about ready for us to do a test, connecting to livestream.com. To set up, visit, oh, it gives a code. We don't want to broadcast that. So, you know, after you, you get online and put in all your account information, your credit card for the Livestream Broadcaster, it asks for a pairing code. You get that off the machine, you enter that into the computer, and away you go. So let's see what happens next.
Uh-oh. There's an issue. 37414. 37414. Got it.
There we go.
All right.
Okay.
Got it. Connect the broadcaster HDMI.
Okay, so now we need to, you have an HDMI cable, there we go.
Okay.
HDMI cable.
Put it right here.
We have the Sony Handycam.
All right.
Maybe your HDMI is in the same place as mine. Is that on the side? Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Where did you find one this short?
It came with it.
I wonder if mine came with one. If it did, I lost it a long time ago.
It came with
Which is cool, because I'm always looking for really short HDMI cables.
Yeah,
Where's my gaff tape?
Alright, so
okay.
It says, video detected, please wait.
Alright.
You want to film that? Video detected, please wait. December 11th, and it's right here on December 11th.
Alrighty.
So, great.
Okay.
Let's see, how do I go live?
There's a big button on here that says go live. I think I should press it?
Yep.
Okay, we're going to press the big button that says go live. Notify followers. Do you have any followers? Not yet, so we're not going to notify anybody. Okay. Are we live or did I come out of that? Let's try that again. Notify followers.
This right here.
Oh, that's the joystick on the bottom.
Yep.
User error. All right. I still didn't do that right. All right. So the bottom one, the button on the bottom I see is a joy switch, and I should have pressed that for as an enter button to say no or live or what have you, but anyhow, there we go. We're now at live. It says 471 kilobits per second, perfect. On the computer here, it did say initializing live stream, and now there it is. There's maybe a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, maybe about 14, 15 second delay or so, which is kind of normal for a flash stream. So, not bad. The frame rate here is hovering between, I'd say 420 and 470 kilobits per second. It does say perfect. Seems pretty straightforward. I mean, that was probably one of the fastest streaming setups I've ever seen. The picture quality looks good. Right.
We haven't tested audio yet, but
yeah, we don't know if any sound is coming through. I have it on mute, so let's unmute it and see what's going on. One of the fastest streaming setups I've ever seen. The picture quality looks good. Hey, sounds good.
We haven't tested audio yet, but
yeah, we haven't. Alright, so there you go. Audio and video from a simple Sony Handycam. We're shooting with one here. I'm attempting to shoot with one because I've been shaking all over the place. And the Livestream Broadcaster.
What's the bit rate down?
443.
It's pretty good then. So
that's, and there you go. And we were set up in less than 10 minutes.
Wow.
So there you go. That's very simple, very portable. You can see how small this thing is, and very small camera. And we're just looking at it here on a MacBook. That didn't, plug it in, put in your information, hit go live and stream. And if you can tell one button from the other, like I can't, but there they are. Use that bottom button there. You press that one in. When you say, but hey, if you have followers and you want people to know, hey, I'm streaming, you'd want to have selected yes before. And there it goes. All right, so there you go, the Livestream Broadcaster. The last thing to look at here is, how it's powered. Alrighty, so here you see 3 AA batteries. Of course, they don't have to be Duracell, but I do believe they have to be alkaline. I'm not certain on that, but anyways, 3 AA batteries power the whole thing. Completely portable. You can find AA's anywhere. In comparison, you have the Cube. It uses a lithium-ion cell, which is not replaceable. There's no way to get to it unless you completely unscrew and open up the box. And they both can be powered by an external power supply, right? So that's the difference in power source size-wise, you see the Cube is a little bit smaller, but much bigger if you count the antenna. All right, and this one takes SDI. There's an HDMI version of this as well, but this is HDMI only, but perfect for pretty much any small consumer device that you'd want to hook it up to. Is there anything else we should tell our lovely audience?
No, USB for 3G and 4G streaming, right here.
Oh yeah,
4G.
USB port.
Yeah, USB for 4G streaming.
Yeah, so if you're on the road, you can stick in a USB stick like a Pantech from Verizon LTE or Clear Atlas from Clearwire, and those devices work great. 4G, they're really fast and have a lot of headroom for streaming. You see the Ethernet port, power switch on the extreme right, and on the left, which is an interesting thing, is a 1/8 inch jack right here for analog audio, so you can bring in analog audio as well. To compare, looking here at the Cube, you have analog audio in, and in addition you have a headphone out, a power connector, which you can see is a proprietary LEMO power switch. And what is missing? There's no USB port here for going external, but it is somewhere else on this machine. I know that because I saw it. There we go. So your Ethernet port and your USB port, not for update but for streaming, is over here. Now, how do you... Is there a USB port here on the Broadcaster?
Yeah, right here.
No, I mean one for, because see, there's a, if you look real close, there's a USB port right under here, right, for the firmware updates. No. But as we saw, it did the firmware update over the network.
Over the network, yep.
Which was pretty cool. And I believe that's actually the preferred method to update the Cube as well. So the only other thing I see that this has that this doesn't is this little, if you look real close, a micro SD card, and I believe that's just for recording.
And this is, to the audience, this is $495, but it's subsidized for 3 months. You get 3 months when you get free when you power this up. I don't know how much a Cube is. Now
the Cube, roughly $1,200.
Wow.
So you're looking at 4 times the cost, but of course here you can go to any CDN you want, and you can stream directly to another device with this as well, and do it simultaneously. You can stream to, say, your iPad and a CDN with this, whereas you're locked into Livestream, the new Livestream,
and their services. So that's why I said this is subsidized, and this is not.
Right. So. But if you're going with Livestream anyways, and you have an HDMI camera, you might not want to spend the extra $600–700 to get one of these. You know, it really matters what you see. If you know you don't want to get locked in, you might want to look at something like this. But they both have pretty much the same innards in them.
Yep, and then it has a. So it comes. I didn't even show you what comes in the bag. I'm sorry. What even comes in the.
Oh, your kit looks like my kit.
Yeah. You can take that. Let me take that out. What's in there? Because Livestream does a good job with branding stuff, you know, if you're into that kind of stuff. Let's see if I can get what's in this kit. Okay, we got power supplies for different in Europe for, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So, power supplies.
Here you go. They said you didn't have a. It's right there.
I do have that. It did come with that.
Yeah, so
and it comes with an Ethernet cable as well.
Okay.
And that's all in the box. And like any good Livestream product or Apple product, comes with a sticker.
Oh, of course. No, you have to promote Livestream, so your sticker. But I love that it came with the quarter 20 hot shoe adapter there.
Yeah, it sure does.
You know, that's great. So even on, I don't think I have a hot shoe on this little handy cam I'm using. I don't know if.
No, I don't.
But there are other models that I've seen that have a little hot shoe up at the top. Yeah. And the cool thing is that there's a quarter 20 at the bottom of these, right? You can just use really just a tread and screw one into the other. Have it on the base. So.
Yep.
Yeah. So there you go, the Cube Livestream Broadcaster.
Well, that's a tutorial. I would like to thank Guy Cochran from the DVE store for providing us with the the Livestream Broadcaster, and Sandy Audiovisual, Colin Sandy. He's at savweb.com, and Guy is at dvestore.com. I highly recommend both of these companies because I use them for, not only for my gear, but for my internet streaming. So that's all, and we will see you on the next tutorial right here on webvideochefs.com.